Short rack 8 ball sweeping the nation, and that's because it's fast and it's fun. Yeah, you remember fun? Alright, we're gonna go live commentary here with this crooked camera, which we're gonna fix after this rack. And I didn't make a ball, so it's open table, and you'd be kind of silly not to shoot the solids here, because if you shoot the stripes, you're going to have trouble with this 14 ball, with that 3 ball kind of hanging in its way there. It looks like the key ball is going to be 5 ball for the sole reason that it's closest to the 8 ball. I got to get right on the 7 ball first, and this is a little bit of a tester. It's not a short shot. Takes a straight stroke, but you just want to cinch it and come off the rail a little bit. And now this is a drag shot, so just slow roll a drag shot, and you should roll right up on the 8 ball. If you don't know what a drag shot is, do a search for drag shot John Disque. And that's all there is to it. Now we'll go on to the next rack, and John's going to straighten his camera up, aren't you, John? There we go. That's better. Way to go, Scooby. Yeah, you got to take what you make here. Short rack 8 ball. If you didn't watch the first video or 2 I made of this game, what did I make here? It looks like I made a striped ball, so we have to take stripes. And this can really work against the shooter, but if you want to stay at the table, you got to try to do it, of course. You don't want your opponent getting to the table here, because he's liable to run a 10-pack on you. Very possible with this right. We're putting right-hand English on this because we want to kill the rail. Coming off the left-hand rail here, you just want to kill the speed of the cue ball. If we put right on that, chances are the cue ball is going to pick up speed and put you in a place you don't want to be. So we're a little off angle on the 8 ball, but it shouldn't be much of a problem. I'm not on the rail, so I got a little bit of room to stroke the cue ball. And just keep a straight stroke and stay down, and you got this. Let's go on to the next game, Scooby. I'm breaking from the left-hand rail. That's my 9-ball break in the winter time. That's a break spot in the winter time on this table. I don't know why I'm doing it, but I'm doing it. We're solids here. You're gonna have to put right-hand English on this top right to come back on the left-hand side of the table. You don't want to save that 3 ball for last, because you might have trouble getting on the 8 ball with that 14 ball. I think it's the 14 ball kind of in the way. You want to get rid of that 3 ball now. And how are we getting over on the 1? I guess we're down to the bottom. No, we're drawing. Yeah, well, we just kind of drew it over there, stun draw over. And now I'm perfect on the 1 ball to go 2 rails. Don't get behind that 14 ball. A little bit hairy there, but it should be okay. We're jacked up big time. But again, just focus on keeping a straight stroke and following through and making that 8 ball. And it's a bonanza. It's a short rack 8 ball bonanza. 10 racks, 10 breaking runs here I'm giving you. And that was not a good break. And what we got? It looks like it's open table, so your opponent will come to the table with his choice or her choice of what suited balls, and I'm looking at both here. I can probably easily make that 13-10 combination if I chose stripes, but I don't I don't know, like we're taking solids, and this is a little bit of a tester on this opening. I guess that was a 6 ball. Alright, how you doing this? What's the key ball, Johnny? I have not looked at these and refreshed my memory. So I'm very unprepared, very unprofessionally unprepared. Shooting a 5, getting behind the 3 ball, and I'm using the 1 as the key ball to get on the 8. Shouldn't be too difficult unless I get pretty far out of line. Oh, that was dangerous. That I will not ever recommend shooting that into 1 ball, but I got a bit of a roll there. Now you just want to cinch 1 ball. And bounce out a little for the 8. Bounced out a little too much and have a little bit of an angle, but the rules always apply. Keep a straight stroke and stay down. Follow through and everything should be golden. Just don't do anything dumb. Keep your head together. What we got next, Johnny? Oh, okay. Let's go straight into the next rack. We could have just fast forwarded through the racking process, but we don't have to. There's no law. Alright, what side of the table am I breaking from? Gotta get my break more consistent. Okay, we're breaking from the right side of the table, so keep your eye on that 1 ball. And it goes right in the pocket, and we got the solids. We got the solids. Yeah. There's a number of ways you can do this. I'm wanting, for obvious reasons, I'm wanting to use the 3 ball as the key ball to get on the 8 ball. Yeah. With those 2 straight balls kind of screwing things up. And I tried to break it out right there, but it wasn't going to work. So now I got to get over to the left side of the table. Shooting this bottom right. Playing with fire. Alright, I got to hold. I'm off angle. I remember this. Well, just because it was last night. This was tricky. I'm trying to hold the cue ball for a shot on the 8. And I don't really know if I want to be able to do that. Again, because I'm a little bit on the right-hand side of the 3 ball. And I managed to hold the cue ball for a shot on the 8, but I missed the freaking object ball. I don't know why we rolled that. These guys aren't supposed to know that you're not perfect, John. Alright, let's see what we do this time. The first thing you want to do after the break is make sure you have a pocket for the 8 ball, and that will help you decide what suit to take if you make 1 of each balls. Or if you're just coming to the table after a dry break, it'll help you figure out what you want to do. It's a good break. Solids, we're taking the solids again, and I don't know, the balls are way spread out about as much as they could be, and I really don't want to do this, but I got to overcut this 1 ball. And I got to get to the right side of the table for the 5 ball, because that 6 ball is definitely going to be the key ball. Just making the 6 just puts us right. Yeah, that 11 ball's getting in the game. A little hairy, John, but that angle will help us get over to the left side of the table, and from there, it's just straight top on that. Now, here's one of my favorite shots because I'm a draw junkie. Bottom left, extreme bottom left there to spin it off the rail and come back to the left side of the table for the 8. And it looked pretty cool to me. Let's get on to another one. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I've begun to use this game to get in stroke and then evolves to playing 9-ball. Just because you get to shoot a lot of balls in this game, one game after another, so you can get your stroke straight and get warmed up. That was a terrible break, and they broke like hitting a stack of wet mud, and they just didn't do anything. And the big problem in this rack is this 8-3. That's a serious problem, no matter which set of balls you're taking. So I'm going to break it out right. We're going to take stripes, and I'm breaking it out right from the start. And I recommend this game for people just practicing and working on the mental aspect of the game, because it teaches you how to pick out breakout balls real fast, because you're only running 4 or 5 balls at a time. So it teaches you to open up the rack just to make it possible to break and run out the rack. And it teaches you how to find the key ball real fast, and it teaches you how to make sure there's an open pocket for the 8-ball, which we made possible by breaking out that 8-ball from the very first shot. And it looks like we're going to let this one roll too. I'm not sure why. When I was pre-editing the video, I was just cutting it down and cutting out. Oh, I just said something to the camera, but I don't know what it was. And then I probably said I'm going for... I'm trying to string racks together to run a 7-pack, although that wouldn't count as my record because we're not playing 9-ball. I don't know. I said something. Let's see what I'm trying to point out something. Or something about my camera. Yeah, my camera batteries. My charger is telling me that the batteries are charged, but when you put them in the camera is telling me the batteries are almost dead. And so while I'm filming all this, I'm struggling with that kind of technical issue. It was a good break. Looks like I made a solid. And it looks like... What are we doing here? I'm looking at the 6-ball. And now I'm looking at the 5. And it's kind of a crazy cut on the 5 all the way up table. And it's not going to get me right on the 6-ball. So I'm shooting the 6-ball first. I'm using the 8-ball as a route. And so you can do this, but this video is about to end, and I guess that's all I wanted to show. So yeah, I kept that in. Whatever. I'm just showing you that an object, a ball that's in your way can be used as a route, and you can use it to get where you need to get. And a lot of players don't see that. They just skip right by it. The table forced me to take the stripes. And at first I thought maybe I fouled in there, but I didn't. It was pretty simple, run out on the stripes. And all we gotta do is just draw back. We're already at a little bit of an angle. So it's just kind of a stun draw, although I didn't get perfectly straight in. It's good enough. And that's what it's all about. What are we doing now? This goes on a little while. Oh, I think I remember this. I had to pee really bad. Right about here, I can tell just by the way I'm walking. Yeah, but I don't want to leave the table. And maybe that's what I said to the camera in the last clip, but this is actually the same clip. I get bad here on the last ball. Let's go ahead and watch me screw this up. Another good break, but I didn't make a ball, so it's open. So you're just practicing. You're coming to the tables if you're, the incoming player, taking advantage of the other player's dry break. is a good position there. That 15 would be trouble if I didn't have an opportunity to knock it out, and that's what the whole plan was. But I'm not sure about. Okay, I made the 13, and I get bad on the 15. Yep, and that's it. I gotta go to the bathroom. John, you're silly. Alright, so we'll just time lapse this and show you the shot after I go urinate. Don't have much of a shot here, but I caught in the bottom left hand corner on the 15. Go back. And here we go again. See what happens on the break. And the solid just flew right in. And so we're solids, and pretty obviously the one ball is going to be the key ball. It's just a matter of shooting a 5 and getting right on the 6. You're supposed to shoot this shot with just center right-handing. Yeah, see, I didn't put enough right on that, and I got bad on the 6. So now we're going 1 or 2 rails out. This is right hand inside English here, just to help it get right on the 1, and the rest is pretty much basic. Just be sure you don't hit the 8 ball on the way in, and you'll be okay. And you gotta stay away from the 13 too. There you go. That one was short and sweet. And if you're a 9 ball who doesn't particularly like 8 ball, I think you'll like this game, short rack 8 ball. And if you're having problems finding patterns, it will greatly help your 9 ball game. I made a stripe on the break, and we want to get rid of this 13 right from the start because the 1 ball is blocking the 13 from the corner. So if we go down table first and try to get back up on the 13, we could run into trouble. The opening shot is on the 13 is not going to be easy, but once you get that out of the way, you have automatic position on the 15, and the 10 ball is going to be the key ball. The 10 ball in the left-hand side is going to be the key ball to get on the 8. You just have to make sure you get the right angle. And you want to be a little bit on the left side of the 10 ball shot line, which I believe we are, so we just have to again draw stun it back. And I didn't go far enough with it, so I have a little bit of a cut, but it shouldn't be no big deal. And unfortunately, I have to get the rake out and shoot it. Center ball, man. Do not spin these shots, and you don't need to do that. A little bit of top center for some reason. That's probably because of the rake. But that's that one. And we're off to the 10th and final rack, with a little bit of bonus coverage. And I believe this one's extended too. So I think I'm just going to play some outro music on the extension after the running, because I have something to say to the camera again. And we have solids here. And it was a bad break in the down table when it should be center table, and it'd be an absolutely simple out. But I think I already got myself in trouble. So I don't know what. Yeah, it looks like I'm looking at the 6 ball. Yeah, good old simple stop shot. But I'm terrible on the 1 ball. I think I just wanted to cinch that and just get any kind of shot on the 1. And now we're going into traffic, and we are in big time trouble. We should just quit and go home. Yeah, just quit. Play safety or something. No. You know me better than that. So yeah, that was a macaroni, but this ain't over, man. This is no gimme, and I'm thinking about actually banking the 8-ball. Look, I even caught it right there. And then I'm looking at it further, and I'm like, no, I can't do that. Yep, now I call the right shot, but be careful here. And then cheat the pocket and make it. And hey guys, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. I had fun making it. Peace, y'all.